Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Laura with Down Home with Lemon Pie, and today I'm going to be talking about the books that I am recommending for moms, and particularly homeschool moms, but all moms in general. The books that I have read that I recommend that you read too. Okay guys, so if you don't already know, I'm a Christian stay-at-home homeschool mom of 6. My girls are 9 and 7, my boys are 6 and 4, and I have twins that are 2. I know that most moms are probably thinking there is no time to read, but I promise if you look, you will find it. I think that one of the best things you can do for your children is set that example and for them to see you reading. So sometimes when my kids want to watch a show, I will go and purposely sit on the couch beside them, but read a book instead. It's very hard to concentrate, but I have noticed that when I do that, then they kind of look at me, and then later they are purposely going, and instead of doing something else, they are purposely going to read instead. So I know that leading by example is the way to go. I'm going to show you some of the books that I have loved and have read in the past several years, and ones that I recommend for you guys to read as well, because they are so full of information that is helpful and beneficial to your heart and to your mama mind and your growth. So I am going to share those with you right now. Okay, so probably my favorite book so far in recent years that is fiction is this one right here. It's Pocketful of Pine Cones. This is by Karen Andreola's. She wrote this one, and there's actually a sequel to it too. I have that one, Lessons at Blackberry Inn. If you like kind of the old-timey feel, that is what this is. This is a book about a mom in about 100 years ago, I believe, and it's very the early days basically, and she is learning through this book how to homeschool her children. It is a great book. If you are starting homeschooling, this is a great one for you, because you will feel like you have a friend in this book who is taking that journey with you. She talks about, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that, I don't have these resources, I can't do this, I don't have this time. And it talks all the things about how she conquers that and succeeds, and how she realizes things don't have to be black and white, basically. So this is the first one, Pocketful of Pine Cones. This story, they actually live in the city, like a little town, and she explains how she homeschools there. This one, they have moved out to the country. So it's a great set. If you can get them both, I highly recommend it. They are also by the same author. I talked about this book in another video. She wrote this one as well, Charlotte Mason Companion. So this is about Charlotte Mason's her ideas for homeschooling. She was a real person who wrote about how to teach your children. That is what this book is about. This is nonfiction. These two are fiction, about a fictional character who is learning how to homeschool. So both great. I highly recommend both of them, and it's easy read. Okay, the next book that I'm going to recommend to you is For the Children's Sake. This one personally is a little bit heavier read. It's not very long. You can see it's kind of small, but I personally felt that it was a little bit more content heavy. It was still really, really good, and I still highly recommend it. But just because it's short, don't think that you're probably going to rush through this. This is one that you need to take your time and really contemplate the things that are being discussed. Okay, if you're looking for kind of a little bit of like a biography, kind of like an autobiography, this is Mere Motherhood. This is a Cindy Rollins. She is discussing in this book about her own personal journey as they homeschooled their children, who have all grown up now and are successful adults. But this is how she started and what she did. One of the things I liked about this book was I could see where she was at the time period that I'm at right now, and it was easy to relate. I have another book that is similar, Parenting from the Heart, where she also discusses a lot of things that they did in homeschooling. This is by Marilyn Boyer. She has written a bunch of curriculum pieces, so if you're familiar with any of those, they are also very good. But she was a mom of 14, and she discusses basically how they homeschooled their children and how it went, and things, tips and tricks and all the things. So I like this one and this one for those. Okay, this is the next one, The Unhurried Homeschooler. Tiny book. This is by Dorinda Wilson. She's a homeschool mom of 8. And she's just the same thing. She's sharing her tips and her tricks. I have a little quote here that I've highlighted. It says, because at the end of the day, what really matters will never be found inside the pages of a textbook. It will be found in the lap landing, book reading, and heart training that homeschooling affords the parents who are surrendered. So this book is about, it's The Unhurried Homeschooler. It is about basically not focusing so much on what you are teaching them and really focusing on the character qualities and the things that come behind that, and just taking your time and going slow. Not feeling so rushed as we often can when we try to compare ourselves to the traditional schooling methods. So this is a great book. Highly recommend that one, Unhurried Homeschooler. Okay, so I have 3 more. 2 of them are about child training. One of them is Shepherding a Child's Heart. This is a great book if you are struggling with some discipline issues, or issues where the children are not maybe listening to you, or those kinds of things. This is a great book that I recommend. The next one I have is the same kind of book, but it is Raising Godly Tomatoes. And just both of these are really good. I recommend them both. They're both about child training and the struggles and the strengths that can come from that. So I'll let you dive into those. Okay, the last one is kind of a how-to, I guess. And it is The Rhythm of Family, Discovering a Sense of Wonder Through the Seasons. This book kind of gives you ideas, tips, and tricks on things you can do to kind of make each day or each season meaningful and memorable for your family. This book has wonderful pictures all throughout, and it's just so good for kind of talking to you. Here it's got recipes, but talking to you kind of about ways to make motherhood and families just grow nicely together. I feel like in our current culture, that has been something that has kind of been dropped by the wayside. So this is a nice kind of a how-to, like I said, of how to make that work. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to know what books you have found that have been beneficial to you during motherhood or homeschooling or anything like that. Link them below or comment below, let me know. Thanks for watching, and until next time.